somebody, a member of staff, to say, why are you doing certain things? If it was the Equifax breach that happened last year, the Deloitte's, obviously in the UK we have the NHS, the National Health Service, had a big breach that compromised over 300,000 PCs. People have to understand what happened so they can, they don't make them same mistakes. The thing is to structure exercises based on putting the employees in them situations to make decisions, make the right decisions, and give them tasks. And that's why you can achieve that. I mean, boards, we do it all the time. We've got GCHQ certified training, which is the highest in the UK we can have, to train boards how to deal with cyber breaches that have occurred. And the problem is it's not even on the agenda. In the UK we feel that we're ahead of the game in the cybersecurity industry, but it's still, a lot of boards are still not having that on the agenda. And I think the problem is, with that, they don't understand what they've got, assets. It boils down back to assets. What assets? If you don't understand what assets and what forms them assets take, how do you know how to protect them? And this is where we start from the top and roll it down to board level, to middle management, and to employees. And that is how you've got to address it. Okay. So the third thing is actionable awareness. So this is actually giving staff the facility to report breaches internally from the bottom up, and actually acting upon that, and having teams to evaluate this at speed and putting actions in place, a process that protects you and yourself to go straight to the top. Not all decisions have to be made on the top to protect somebody, protect an asset, but that education has to be there to understand how they react to certain threats. And I think it's simple things that we have to put in place. There's systems out there that can allow employees to report a potential breach and be evaluated. In the UK, we're under a lot of pressure. Obviously in Europe, we've got 72 hours to report a breach, so that we can get fined if we go over that by 2% of global turnover, or 10 million euros, whichever is the great. So companies now are really wanting an audit trail that they can prove that they've made their decision, that they've evaluated, that they've addressed a possible breach. And if it turns into a breach, then they can present it to insurers, they can present it to the Information Commission's office, that they've actually not negligent as a board of directors. So really about creating intelligence is listening to the consumers, listening to the problems of the consumers and disseminating that and having a process of dissemination. But it's all about action. Final thing that we all want to see as an organisation, and what we all probably aspire to be, is actually build resilience. Most organisations that probably feel they're ahead of the game in cybersecurity and quite robust and protecting the systems. When it comes to people and employees, they don't have any mechanism to build resilience. There's no way of monitoring how they're dealing with this. The main thing about it is you've got to assess the employees, you've got to do assessments, you've got to test them on ability. Everybody's at different levels, we're all at different technical ability here today, we've all got different knowledge, but it is about doing random assessments to understand and where the weaknesses are in the organisation. Who are they? It's not always accounts, for instance. It might be sales, it might be production, it might be the board or the senior partners of that organisation. Will probably be the weakest links, the ones that don't feel that they need any education. And that is where the problem starts. Compliance. So again, ISO 27001, which is an information security standard, an international standard, fastest growing worldwide standard. Why is that? Because it's an information security system, management system. And it puts processes and controls, security controls, internally and externally into the organisation. But the thing that comes with policy and it comes with an element of training. So that is a good way of starting, and it obviously makes employees adhere to a certain security protocol that is proven to work. Threat alerts, what we offer as a company to our clients is threat alerts, intelligence education to give it to the outside, because it's evolving. How do you deal with it if you don't know what's out there? And this is a big part of what the UK is trying to establish, is how fast and intelligent. The whole reason behind GDPR is because making organisations report breaches so we can isolate them and deal with them and come up with scripts and fixes faster. And that's why there's been the pressure on to reporting breaches. The final thing is, to build culture, you have to reward. There's got to be an incentive for employees as well. It's not just about looking after the organisation and company assets. There's got to be an incentive for the employees. So reward and recognise people that obviously can help protect your business, making team leaders within certain departments. Something I would do. So cybersecurity culture. So Stefan Nappo, who actually won the Chief Information Security Officer of the Year 2018 globally. His quote was, "It takes 20 years to build a reputation. A few minutes of a cyber incident to ruin it." There's many organisations, as we know, that have obviously fell foul to not taking this seriously. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much. We can start now the Q&A session. Okay, so I think we have a question over there.
Yes, please. It's okay.
If anybody has questions, better to introduce your name.
Sure.
And what your organization.
Yes, sure. I would love to. Thank you very much for your talk. Thank everybody for showing up today. My name is Cameron, and I'm working for a consultant. I have a problem with people and companies dealing with cybersecurity. They go like a pendulum. They go from one extreme to the other extreme. An example of that, we talk about 3 prongs, which is people, technology, and budgets. So whatever I'm going to say is going to revolve on these 3. When we talk about people, for example, now it's all over the world, it's not just here, but people are getting overworked, people work at home, people would like to access their office email from home, etc., etc. And the company comes to a philosophy, no, you cannot access your office email from outside because of cybersecurity, or on your mobile because of cybersecurity. And the end of the day, you're talking about rewards. When I have staff, I cannot say nobody has an email. Everybody has an email. If I tell everybody you cannot access your email during working hours, it's too extreme. We want them to be technology savvy at the end of the day. So saying no to everything, does that solve the problem or not? We need awareness for companies about cybersecurity. And the idea is not just to hide or cover up and forbidding everybody from using the internet. This has to be maybe addressed one way or another. When it comes to also people as well, cybersecurity, before passwords were very simple. Now they're getting more and more complex. My last password had to be 12, what do you call it? Letters, numericals, whatever. Before it used to be 6 and 4, whatever. Things are getting more complicated. For the human being, as a simple example, you've got your PIN numbers, you've got your email passwords, you've got your work passwords. We're dying in passwords. Is that a bit extreme or not? That's my second question. And that you have to change it every month. This is, I don't know. For me, I feel that this is too extreme or exaggerated one way or another.
So question or
the third one coming. Sure. The third question is about technology. There's a mismatch between core systems and cybersecurity. A simple example is
Microsoft. We all know when Microsoft launches a new office, there's always a beta version. And with teething problems, they ask the customers to give back their responses, etc., and then they fix up whatever mishaps they have. I believe before we talk about customers and consumers and companies, there should be more restrictions on the companies who make software, that they should be more up to date. You don't sell the software and then you're waiting for your customers to be covering up or protecting their own software from cyber hacking.
So you're basically saying your current question is you want a software that only
No, I would like that as much as there is international standards for customers and consumers for using cybersecurity, also to be for software companies that issue new software.
Okay.
They are not allowed to sell such software unless... I'm sorry.
السؤال الأول كان قاعد يتكلم عن الأمن السيبراني.
أنا بتكلم على الموظفين.
لا خلي الحين ألخص بس فيه. الأمن السيبراني قال نو قصده إنه يعني أوكي الأمن السيبراني مهم بس ما يصير تخرعونه وكل شيء يقول ما يصير. إذا أنا بالدوام بدش الإيميل للوزارة يقول لا بس لما تكون داخل الوزارة دش الإيميل. فليش فكرة الأمن السيبراني هل هو من سؤال هل الأمن السيبراني يعني طريقته كذي أم لا؟ أو هذه الفكرة اللي ماخذها عن الأمن السيبراني. أوكي السؤال الثاني على الباسورد. الباسورد الحين كل من عنده كلمة سر حق إيميل واحد، كلمة سر حق اشتراكه بالنادي، كلمة سر حق مشترك في منصة إلكترونية ثانية، فصار عنده أكثر من كلمة سر. وفي منصات إلكترونية تطلب 12 كاركتر 12 حرف من حرف ورقم وكذلك كاركتر على اساس تسوي كلمه السر. لمتى يعني نسوي كلمات سر كذي؟ كانه في تخوف وايد انه لازم نحط بالنا شنو اللي قاعد يصير في العالم الافتراضي. والسؤال الاخير قال انه ليش ناخذ ويندوز او ننزل ويندوز او ننزل مثلا مايكروسوفت او ننزل ابل بعدين يقول سوي ابديت سوي تحديث بالتليفون مثلا استخدم تليفونه انه مسج سوي تحديث. ليش ما يصير في ستاندرد عالمي يقول لنا لا خلاص اللي ينزل السوفت وير ما يصير ما يحتاج انك تسوي تحديث يخلي الناس يعني على طول في ربكه ويحسبون انه في شيء. طبعا يعطيك العافيه هذه الاسئله اتمنى اني لخصتها بقدر ما اقدر. I believe these questions you need to give me some basic before you answer because when he talks about password you have to give them, like, for example, I don't know what qualities for the software updates. You have to explain why there are software updates because you can't just sell something without software updates because of the vulnerabilities that happen and the evolving of the criminals, the electronic criminals, how they are more ahead of the game with the law enforcement organization. So you got the 3 questions. Why cybersecurity? Give a message that everything is known, don't do this, don't do that. This is the message he's getting. The second question is passwords. We have too many passwords. Why they ask us too many passwords? Why make it simple? The last one is updates. Why you need to updates? Why don't there is standard software? Just sell the software and only updates.
Okay. So I think to locking down, obviously we've got to the processes have got to work within an organisation. So your first question about locking everything down so we can't do everything, I don't think is realistic. I mean, obviously that's not the way we work. The thing is this protocol, which is
how you balance it all, availability, confidentiality, security, how you balance it.
no.
Okay.
So just on the process of things of looking down, all I can go off is the experiences that the clients that we've dealt with in the past, where it is, people have to trade, they have to do business. So the main thing about it is obviously creating process and procedures that work. Every organisation is different. It's not about totally locking down everything so we can't actually move and employees can't do the jobs. So I think obviously this is where standards have evolved. Like I said, like ISO 27001, which becomes a standard for processes and procedures. In the UK, we've got something called Cyber Essentials, which is a level of what we call cyber hygiene for IT. So the systems, internally, externally, this is a certain level. So that's how we're setting ourselves out moving forward. It's not a case of following the standards. I think the UK government is managed to have these standards now because it's a proven way of working. Does that make sense?
Is it extreme? That's what I'm trying to say. These standards, are they extreme? Are they equally?
Can I?
No. Yeah.
إذا أقدر أعطيكم بعد مور فيدباك عليه. الإكستريم اللي قاعد تحكي عنه السايبر سيكيورتي وورلد في شيء اسمه CIA. CIA هذا مو CIA مال أمريكا، لا. السي حق الكونفيدنشاليتي، الاي حق الانتجريتي، والاي حق الافيلابيلتي. لما انت تبي تسوي اي سكيورتي سيستم يو هاف تو بالانس وذ ذيس ثري. اوكي؟ يعني مثلا امازون، انا قاعد بامازون، تعرفون امازون كم معامله بينهم؟ اوكي؟ زين، وانا قاعد بالسكيورتي يبين عندي في بريتش ان في احد دش في موقع معين او مثلا خلينا نقول امازون هو البيت وبين عندي احد دش بالحوش في حديقه البيت، للحين ما دش داخل البيت. زين، اذا انا الحين بالبيت ودش علي حرامي بالحديقه للحين ما دش داخل البيت، هل انا في ذاك الخطر ولا ممكن ما ادري يقول لي؟ هل انا في خطر كبير؟ حرامي بالحديقه بس انا داخل البيت فاشوفه يمكن يدور ما اشوف شيء يطلع. اذا شفته قرب ممكن ابيع الشرطه او انزل بيبان حديد، صح؟ اوكي؟ فهذه شنو؟ افيلابيلتي. تخيل اذا